Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. This is our daily NBA show that we do with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com. Today is Wednesday, the 11th of February. Joe Duffy, 15-7 against the spread in our show with two more winners yesterday that I tried to talk him out of like a little sniveling little dick. Joe Duffy was dead on with those two. I had a loss yesterday. I'm still 12-9 overall. Joe Duffy, thanks for being back with us.
Thank you. I don't want to hear about your little penis.
Hey, listen, I am bowing to you right now. I was a fucking cocky prick on yesterday's show, wasn't I? I was like, well, I hope you go 1-1 against the spread at least. Well, you sure showed us, but it's not just about one day. It's about a lifetime, long-term records. 15-7 against the spread in our show. Joe Duffy, I'm bowing to you. I'm bowing to you.
Yeah, no, I have a lot of... Most of my clients have been with me for years, and they know it's not about one day, but there are some clients out there who think it's just about the latest day you made picks, and I try to please everybody.
Well, you're 15-7 against spread in our show. Before we get into this huge card, 12 games, just tell us quickly what OffshoreInsiders.com is all about, and tell us how you've been doing at your site this year in basketball.
108-75, another clockwork winning Tuesday night where we went 3-1, and we've got 2 college basketball and 4 NBA for tonight. All kinds of great stuff. Joe Duffy's picks at OffshoreInsiders.com.
Wow, you got 4 picks in the NBA tonight. That means none of those 4 picks are going to be picks that you can give us in this show, right?
Yes, that is correct. That is correct. But
well,
we got some sweet stuff.
We are appreciative to get your second level, third level, fourth level picks, whatever they are, and just to hear your general analysis. That's what I love. All right, 12 games. I'm a little bit overwhelmed here. I'm having a hard time making heads or tails of it all. First game I'm thinking about. Let's get your thoughts on it. Interesting game here. Golden State, Minnesota, right? Minnesota, big home underdog, 9 or 9.5 points. And as awesome as Golden State has been, they've been a little shaky against spread recently. They've been kind of admitting that they're getting a little bit fatigued as we head into the All-Star break. Minnesota with Ricky Rubio back, a huge home underdog. They're probably going to be gunning to maybe get an upset win here. I'm thinking about going with Minnesota plus 9.5. Joe Duffy, what do you think about that?
Yeah, Minnesota's actually as healthy as they've been all year. Kevin Martin, Ricky Rubio are both back. They're playing okay. Rubio, I know they're breaking in his minutes slowly, but they're better than the team that has accumulated one of the worst records in the NBA. So their record is definitely deceptive. Now, that being said, they are playing 3 games in 4 days, but as you said, the Warriors, they were neck and neck with Atlanta. Those two teams were kind of leapfrogging each other as easily the 2 most dominant spread teams in the NBA. However, Golden State, maybe finally the odds makers are catching up to them, and they're 3-6 their last 9, and 5 of those spread setbacks were by double digits. So the Warriors are still the top team in the NBA in terms of net rating, and again, that is based on points per 100 possessions, offense against defense. So they are still the most dominant team overall as far as that key metric is concerned. But, and again, as we like to say, whenever in doubt, going against the public is usually a very good bet. Now, the public, almost inevitably, the biggest public bets are on road favorites, and home dogs are finally doing well after that shocking 82-119 start. Home dogs are now 32-15-3 recently, but for the reasons you stated, the Golden State, maybe they have gone from, it appears now they're going from undervalued to overvalued as they have struggled, ATS that is, over the last 9. And Minnesota, because they're healthier than they've been, they're better than the record shows. So that's not an official free pick, but I certainly agree with it.
All right, I'm still not sure what I'm going to do. Another one I'm thinking about, though, get your feedback on this one, Indiana, New Orleans, right? Right now, Indiana is a road dog of 2.5 or 3 points, and New Orleans getting very banged up, right? It's not just Davis, it's Ryan Anderson and Holiday, and they're kind of banged up. They've been fading a bit against spread. Indiana, the opposite. They've been getting healthy. I liked them against the Spurs, and I talked you into that one. You agreed with me. You took a pick on them with that one as well. And maybe will Indiana fade because of that frustrating, near win, or will they bounce back here? They're getting healthier off of a tough, frustrating loss, getting 3 points. What about Indiana plus 3? What do you think about that one, Joe?
You're probably right there. The Pelicans, I do think Anthony Davis will likely play, but he is questionable. They're 2-2 without him going under 3-1. They're 9-6 without Drew Holiday. But as you said, this is going to be their first game without Ryan Anderson. And he's, everyone knows more about, well, especially about Davis, maybe about Holiday. But Anderson's one of these kind of sneaking under the radar guys. He's a very good player, averages 14.9 points per game, 5.2 boards. So at the very least, even if the questionable guys wind up playing. New Orleans could have some chemistry issues, and yeah, we know that Indiana probably a little bit undervalued. What would make me a little bit nervous, the Pacers are playing the 3 games in 4 days, but that's not all that uncommon for a road team when the built-in home court advantage is taken into. So not 100% agreeing, but I certainly do not disagree. No reason to talk you out of it, as I do think that probably a good time to catch New Orleans a little bit overvalued.
All right, and then another thing I was thinking about, Dallas is having a lot of trouble with injuries, right? Ray John
Yes.
Rondo is out, Chandler and Ellis are banged up now, and they're playing Utah, and Utah tends to be an under-trending team. The total, though, was a little bit high. Now it's gone up. Now it's 198.5 or 199. I'm thinking maybe under 199. What do you think about that?
Yeah, the proverbial chemistry problems. Of course, chemistry problems can also show up on defense, but I think more so on offense. So I guess yet again, I'm going to say I would probably lean towards agreeing with you, not so much emphatically, but I will not talk you out of it.
All right, well, I'm going to make my decisions at the end of this call. I'm still sort of mulling it over in my head. Let's go to you, Joe Duffy. What do you have for us for a free pick from today's card?
Well, I'm actually going to have a free pick on the same game on both the side and total in Sacramento and Milwaukee. Now, the Kings are going to be without, Darren Collison. He's actually doubtful. They are 1-4 without him, going under all 5. He's a key player. He averages 16.1 points per game, 5.6 assists. Kings are playing back-to-back in 3 games in 4 days while the Bucks are rested. Now, as I said, that does happen a lot more to benefit the home team, and that is somewhat built in as far as the home court advantage is concerned. Now, the Bucks are the top spread team in terms of margin of cover. They surpass both Atlanta and Golden State, and a pretty good example of why margin of cover is even more important to corroborate ATS runs. Milwaukee skyrocketed to number 1. They are 7-3 against the spread the last 10, but more importantly than that, those 3 setbacks were by a mere combined 5.5 points. So they're fairly close to being on a 10-game winning streak spread-wise. So over the last 10 games, they're actually, their sweat barometer, as most people are now calling it, is plus 6.5, which is pretty impressive over a 10-game period. And 3 of the covers were by 11 or more. Meanwhile, the Kings are struggling. They're 2-8 their last 10. 7 of them they missed by 6.5 or worse. But the Kings have also gone under 7 straight by 15.285 points per game. That is falling short of the spread by an average of 15. So it's pretty significant. They've been a true under-trending team. They've got the worst net rating in the NBA in the last 5 by a wide margin. We explained what net rating is earlier. They're minus 16.5. And that includes the worst offensive efficiency far and away during that span, getting only 90.8 points per 100 possessions. So I'm going to go with both Milwaukee and the under. I think Sacramento is going to be like me in my single days. They're going to struggle to score.
Well, Milwaukee minus 10 is the line for that one, and the total is 195.5. And yep, Sacramento 2-8 against spread over their last 10 and 7 straight under. So Joe Duffy, you're going to take Milwaukee minus 10, the under 195.5 in Sacramento, Milwaukee. And I guess I'm going to go with the under in Utah-Dallas, currently 199, even though that total has gone up. And you know what? I think I am going to take a shot with Minnesota plus 9.5. It makes me nervous. Say a few words of encouragement. That's not a terrible thing to do right now, right? You're not going to try to talk me off of it.
No, again, the one thing you do not want to have as a gambler is fear. And, I've written an article and done some videos and whatever I call it. It is good to pick bad. So I will say I don't necessarily agree with the pick, but I agree with the philosophy. You can't be afraid to pick bad teams under certain situations.
All right, well, that's a lukewarm endorsement. What the hell? I'll go with it anyway. Minnesota plus 9.5 and the under 199 in Utah, Dallas. And I guess I'll hold off in Indiana. Maybe he'll shoot up Anthony Davis with some drugs and he'll come in and play a great game. All right, so we got 4 free picks out of the 12 games in this show. And Joe Duffy at OffshoreInsiders.com has 4 NBA plays tonight. Good luck on your plays at your website tonight, Joe, and we'll talk to you again very soon.